Welcome back to the channel. Me and Car Key. So I'm up early this morning and gotta run some errands. I'm headed to, what is this place? I'm headed to the Department of Motor Vehicles, the Georgia Department of Revenue, where they take your money, where you take your fines and all that. I'm headed down there. So if you watched a couple of videos ago, I posed a question to the people saying, is car insurance a scam? That was a question I posed. There was a reason for it. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Watch that video, check that out. Bottom line, in my opinion, car insurance is a scam, right? Car insurance is a scam, and the Georgia Department of Revenue is in on it. To give a quick summary, I missed the payment on my car insurance. When I missed the payment on car insurance, my car insurance company canceled my policy completely, right? No, didn't tell me, no warning, no nothing. They canceled my policy, and pretty much I was driving around for a week and a half with no car insurance, and I didn't know it. The only reason I found out was because I went to actually pay the bill a week and a half later and found out that they had canceled my entire policy. Anyway, so got new car insurance, everything's fine, good. Then I get a letter in the mail from the Georgia Department of Revenue saying that since there was a lapse in your car insurance, albeit only a week and a half, since there was a lapse in your car insurance, you have to pay a fine of $25 per car. What? Like, I now have to pay a fine for a lapse in car insurance that I didn't know I had. Albeit it's all my fault. Like, I didn't pay my bill. I missed the payment. Okay, cool. So now I have to pay a fine of $25 per car. We have two vehicles. So I have to pay a $50 fine to cover the lapse in car insurance. Right, so to me it seems like it's all about money. Somebody's trying to get money here, money there. The car insurance company is not getting money, then the Georgia Department of Revenue should be getting money. All in an attempt to keep people having car insurance because it's mandatory by law. Fine. So here's the problem. And the problem's my fault. I forgot about it. I got the letter in the mail, I opened it, I read it, I got upset, I put it to the side and said, whatever, I'll deal with it later. Because I had at least, 3 weeks to deal with it. And then I forgot about it. Tip of the day. Handle your business right away. Never procrastinate. Handle your business right away. Deal with it right then and there. Then you don't have to worry about it. You can forget about it. You can move on with your life. So there was a threat in there. In the letter, there was a threat that said that if you don't pay this fine by the due date, then they will cancel your registration for your vehicles. And if you don't have registration for your vehicles, you're not lawfully allowed to drive a vehicle or drive those vehicles on the road. In addition to that, you have to pay an extra $60 to get your registration reinstated. So you're paying per car, $25 per car for a fine, $25 per car, plus an additional $60 late fee. Correct my math, but that's $170. So anyway, I'm headed down there to handle that. I tried to pay it online last night. And I did check it last night. It did say that my registration is still valid. So I'm not in deep water yet. So I'm headed down there to handle it, officially handle it before it gets any worse or before anything does happen. Back in the truck. It's hot now. It's only been a couple hours. Well, it's only been an hour. They only charged us $50. I only had to pay the initial fees for the both cars. I only had to pay the $25 for each car. I'm thankful for that. You know, I didn't want to pay the extra. What is it? Extra $120, whatever it was. I don't want to pay the extra. So everything's straight. Everything's good. So I did talk to them in there, and they did say that this is what happens anytime you have a lapse in car insurance. This happens. It's the way the Department of Revenue makes revenue. Yeah. Still seems a little fishy to me, but you know, all these departments are linked up. Insurance companies are linked up to Department of Motor Vehicles, and this is the way it is in pretty much most states, most city states, municipalities. So thankful that it was only $50, even though that still hurts. It was only $50, $25 per car, and everything should be smooth by now. Hey, y'all, so I had to go all the way downtown to get that done. You know what I'm saying? And surprisingly, it only took less than an hour to get that done. You know, normally you go to DMVs or anything having to do with motor vehicles, it's gonna take you at least an hour wait just to sit there, you know. So I was in and out in less than an hour, which is kind of surprising. Alright, y'all, we're back at the house. I want to finish the rest of this video. Before I let you go, I want to let you know what happened. So $25 was the total that they charged me to, the total fine that they charged me. They didn't cancel my registration. They didn't charge me the late fee for being late to pay. I didn't ask any questions. I looked at it as a blessing in disguise. I appreciate it. No problem. Cool. So I paid my $25 per car, $50, and right out of the woods. Everything's good. So I did have a couple questions before I left. What happens if you have a car? Let's say you buy a car, right? Right. So if you buy a car from a dealership, you're legally obligated to put insurance on that car before you take it off the lot. Right? Car dealership may not tell you that. They're not obligated by law to tell you that. Right? It's up to you. That's up to us. We're supposed to do that. If you drive out the lot and something happens, it's not the dealership's fault. It's our fault because we were supposed to know that we're supposed to have insurance on it before we left the lot. Cool. All right, cool. That makes sense. So registration and insurance go hand in hand. So let's say you get pulled over by police or whatever. They're going to ask you for your license. They used to ask you for your registration, used to ask you for your insurance card. They may not ask you for any of that anymore. Police databases know you have everything. They know everything about you when they pull you over from your license tag. You see your license tag, they can pull up your driver's license, they can pull up your registration, they can pull up your insurance to see if you have it. So there's no need for them to really ask for any of that stuff. The only reason they even ask for your driver's license is to make sure that you have it, because you're obligated by law to have your license with you when you're operating a vehicle. If insurance and registration go hand in hand, right? You have to have both. Legally, you have to have both to operate the car. Let's say you have a vehicle that you're not driving. So it's a project vehicle, you're working on it at the house, you're not driving on the road, or you have an extra car, you're not driving on the road. What happens if that car is registered, but you're not driving it, is what my question was. And she said that if your car leaves your driveway and goes onto a main road, it's obligated to have insurance. So if your car is registered in whatever state you live in, if your car is registered, you're obligated to have insurance with that registration. They go together hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, pretty much. If not, you're gonna pay a fine. Say you have a car that's registered, you're not driving it, you don't have insurance on it, you're not planning on taking it on the road, you just have it at the house. She said the only way to do that is to drop the registration. If you have a car that you're not driving, say it breaks down, you don't have the money to fix it, you put it to the side, drop your registration. If you're gonna drop your insurance, drop your registration, or else they're gonna pay you a fine, or else they're gonna charge you a fine. She said that you don't have to have registration on a vehicle to own that vehicle. You need registration on that vehicle to drive that vehicle. So if it's sitting in your garage, it was registered to you, you have to drop the registration. So it makes a bit of sense to me, but it's still kind of confusing. That's the reason I wanted this video. This video is about awareness. I want people to be aware so that you don't end up in the same situation I ended up in. So always check your vehicle registration, and you can do it online at your state's DMV website. You can check that. Always make sure you check your insurance, and also make sure you have a valid driver's license and you renew it when it's supposed to be renewed. Now there's so many years that go by before you need to renew your license, so it's easy to forget. So just always keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on all three. Safest way to do it. So if you made it this far in the video, that means you watched the entirety of this video. You might as well subscribe. Go ahead, hit the like button, leave me a comment. Have you ever ended up in this situation or anything similar? Let me know. I would like to hear about it. Put it in the comments below. Till next time, thank you for watching another video on me and Car Keys channel. I really appreciate it.